Hello and welcome everyone. I have been very busy over the last couple of weeks and haven't been able to make a video. Uh, with Christmas just around the corner and craft fairs popping up everywhere, I'm in demand. I've been asked to go to two craft fairs. Uh, I don't know who recommended me. They came to me. I didn't go to them. But I have an array of stuff sitting. I'll just swing a camera around and you can see where this is my production line. There's a production line over there sitting with a wee snowman. They're just waiting to be finished. These ones are waiting to be finished. And I have a couple of trees there to put some lights in. And I have a variety of stuff. And I can let you see over here, there's another big box of stuff sitting with things. And if I can get this right over the corner there, you can see the snowman and the tree sitting in the boxes. So I have been really busy getting some stock up for these craft fairs, and it's been a bit of a marathon. And the mess it makes too. I've already filled two brown bins full of shavings, and I give some away to my son for his pet rabbit. So I'm sitting here with a couple of blanks, a couple of wee blanks of Laburnum here. They're not overly big. Uh, let's see what they are. I think they're about an inch. Yeah, just an inch and a quarter deep and 5 inches wide, more or less square. So I've two here. There's this one with a wee bit of bark on it, and I'm just going to turn a couple of wee small dishes out of them, and I'm just going to mount this between centres. I've already located the centre by drawing a pencil line from corner to corner, and I'm just trying to true this up. Just change cameras again. That's another nightmare. Thank you to Pete last night. I had to get some help getting this touch portal sorted out. I was sitting all day yesterday trying to get this to work. Could I get it to work? No. But I've got there in the end. Pete sorted it out last night. Thank you, Pete from Twisted Trees. Thank you very much. In your debt. Right, we'll have this mounted between centres, and it turns fairly straight. When you mount anything between centres, especially when you're going and you're drawing your lines and you think you're at your centre point, sometimes it's not. If the wood's off in any way, you could throw you off a wee bit. So I like to try it, turn the speed down and turn it on and see what way it's behaving. Now, there's a wee bit of a dip in here, so I'm taking that into account. So I'm happy enough with this way it is. So this is going to be a wee dish, not overly big. It's I just need to clear my face shield here because I don't know what this is like. I don't want to get hit up a face with. I've turned away those snowmen and trees the last couple of days, and it's sore in the hands. The shavings coming off and hitting you. More or less that. So check everything's tight. You're happy enough. Speed's turned down and start it up gently. Right, we're just going to round the corners over in this, and then we'll put a spigot on it or a tannin. we'll have an wee look at that. All the flat spots have gone, so we'll just need to tidy that up. I'll change back to a spindle gauge. Happy with that. There's no tear out. Right, I need to put a wee recess in this. We don't have enough a lot of room, so I'm going to try and keep this as small as possible. I don't want to take too much timber off it, so we'll get the parting tool and make a check. And that should line up perfectly with your tailstock, and it does, and that is in there. So we can carry on with finishing the outside of this a wee bit more. I'm trying to bring this round in a curve with a noji style bottom to it here. You'll just see that if I change that back. I need to fix that camera. Let's see. Where am I? Just zoom it in a wee bit more so that you can see it clearly. Right, that's it done. So the VOG is going over, and then it dips in and then comes back out again, and then I'll give a flat bottom for the foot. That's all going to be the bottom of it. So I just need to do a wee bit of tidying up here, and we'll sand that wee bit, and then we'll take the inside of this out. Just take a wee cut off that to tidy the top of this up. I tend to use every part of the sandpaper, and when it's all used up, throw it away. There's no point in keeping it. Start with a fresh piece. That was 400 there. So we'll just stop that. Have a look at that. I'll apply a wee taste of sand sealer to see how it's looking. And then we can concentrate on the bottom or the inside. edge of this to see what it's like. There's a wee bit of a blemish there I need to sort out, but I can do that when I've got the inside of the dish hollowed out. There's another one there, wee mark. Right, I'm happy enough with that. That's enough sanding for the outside of that. So we can take this away. We'll get our bowl gouge again. That's a bit high, Paul. Just drop it down a wee bit. Still a wee bit. Very important you get the right height. You want to be on centre or just below centre, or you'll find your tool will not cut as well. You seem to be fighting it all the time, so just let your tool do the work. Come around a wee bit and take in our starting position. Right, a wee bit more. And not to forget about the shape you have on the outside of this. You've got that OG shape going towards the bottom of the piece, and you don't want to end up coming through the side. So we'll continue taking the centre this way now. Very hardwood, Laburnum. Right, we'll just stop it there and we'll get our depth gauge before. Oh, there's a nice pattern in that. It's like a star. So we're right, I would call it quits at that. So if I can bring in the rest of this in here, there's more timber to take away here, and this centerpiece needs tidied up. There's a wee divot there, and this needs brought down the side. There's plenty of timber there to do that. See that? Nice wee shape. Very good. Right. I always knew it was there, you see. That's why I chose that wee bit of wood to hold on to, and then I would make a good video out of it. Okay, so we need to do a couple of cuts here to bring that round. So I want to go in, just pick up a cut. Just going to be the dust extraction on it, because this can be very dusty when you're turning the Laburnum. That's nice. I just want to finish the top of this. I was going to round it over just, but I decided against it. So I'm going to run it down in towards the bowl. Like so. Rather than just have a flat uh, straight across, I've just beveled it down, and I think it looks a bit better for a wee small piece like this. So that's all the turning done. Now we need a wee bit of sanding. So I'll get the drill out and the power sanding. So we'll power sand this, starting with 120. And it shouldn't need a whole lot of sanding because it cuts very nice. So it did. So we'll stop that and have a look at that and turn that noisy machine off. Not a lovely piece of wood. A really, really lovely grain in it. So we'll give it a wee drink of sanding sealer to bring the colour out and show you how nice it looks. I like working with Laburnum and you for the simple fact that the grain and the colours you get from it are marvellous. And there's not a blemish in that. I like to tell you, there's not a mark. It's just lovely. Right, that's that. We'll get our Yorkshire grit. I'm sorry to say, Mr. Yorkshire Grit has sold up in the company in America, and unfortunately, the woodshed will not be getting many more supplies of it when it runs out. Because I think they think they'll put the price up for one, and we'll have to find an alternative to using it. If you're heavy-handed on it and use it a lot, I give it very sparingly, and I don't use an awful lot on a piece, just enough to cover it and do a wee bit of sanding at it, and then take it off. I know there's a lot of guys out there use just apply it liberally, you know. All right, it's up to everybody, personal preference. Right, you can see the shine in that, so that just needs a wee wax. A lot of people leave the turnip item in the piece and try to disguise it. There's nothing wrong with that. The only thing about that is if I left that and I entered in the competition, it would go against me because you can see the chucking point. And that's why I make a reference to it. I was always taking the chucking point away so you can't see where it was being held. And it's a good practice to get into. Bearing in mind, you have to make sure you don't take too much timber making your spigot or taking too much from the inside, and then end up going through and making a funnel. We've made a few of those over time. So I made this wee thing earlier. I was turning a wee piece of spalted beech. You probably see the video up before this. It was I didn't do any sound on it because I'd already turned the piece, and I was just sanding and taking the base off. So that'll fit on there. And I have this wee piece of router mat to put it on with. And because I have the center point of my tailstock, I can position it really well and just bring that up. And all I want to do is take enough of this timber away from the bottom of it to disguise where it was being held. So I'll get the spindle gouge. Remember, we want to set this to set flat on the table or surface. So we're going to take a wee bit away from here and sort of undercut it going down in. So that should work out okay. Just watch your fingers with that mat spinning around. You don't. Key tip: keep your fingers on this side of the tool rest. Never go over that side. It's not recommended. Now, I didn't go too deep with this chucking point, so hopefully I'm running this into the center here. There should be plenty of timber for me to take that. It's less than 1/4 of an inch, so it's not very deep. And you want to do as much as this while you have the tailstock in place, because you might have to sand the rest off. Now I've started to come straight across now. I'm not babbling it down no more, so as it comes down here, it's going downhill, and then straight across the bottom. Still a wee line there, I can see. Oh, lost my cut there. Still a wee bit. Right, I got it that time. So you want to check that, get a ruler and put it across that, and you can just check it, and you can see there's plenty of space underneath that, so it'll sit properly on the table, even if it does move a wee bit, the timber. That's another thing you have to take into account. If you think the timber you're turning is a wee bit wet still and it's going to move, all timber will move. I had a piece I turned 9 years ago, and I still have it. I entered in the competition. It was the first ever piece I won the competition with, and I still have it. And I had it up at the last craft fair I done there 2 weeks ago, and a girl picked it up and she says, "That's all out of shape." It's a piece of wood. It'll take moisture in and shed moisture. It'll move over time. "All right, I didn't realise that," she says. I turned that 9 years ago, and it was a true circle when I turned it. It was a decorative bowl. It was about 9 inches wide by maybe 2 inches deep, and had a very thin uh, top on it, and then it went into a recess to make a wee bowl in the middle of it, and it had a lid and a finial, and it round the outside of the border. It was all drilled out in holes, different sizes and stuff like that. So it's held up well, and it's not too badly out of shape. You can see it if you hold it up and look at it straight on. There's a wee bit of an oval shape to it. Right, I just might need to fix this wee bit here. Let the lathe get up to speed. I'm just using the wing of the gouge here. Just bring that wee bit in. There's a wee bit. There's still a wee bit there. Just there. It's not as flat. I just have an already look at that. Yeah, I got it all this time. So you can see that turns lovely. So I want to ease off here, not taking it right away. I'm going to use a small parting tool. I want to take as much timber away as possible without making any I've just released the tailstock. Because the step center is spring loaded, it has pressure on it. So if you turn your speed down and using your parting tool, just reduce this bit of timber the best you can. Just stop that and have a wee look and a wee feel. Now that'll do you alright. That should sound okay. We'll just remove our tailstock. I found a wee bit of rider mat works best. I was using paper towel, but the thing with a paper towel is, unless you have a good piece of stuff, I need that. Say a good piece. I mean the dear one, not the cheap stuff. It sort of disintegrates, and you end up having to resand it all because of the marks that's left. Right, I need a bit of 80 grit to sand this down, so bear with me when I cut a couple of pieces here. I didn't do a very good job of that, Paul. Right. So, piece of 80 grit, and we'll just sand this down. And before you know it, it's gone. So we'll just get a wee bit of through the grits now and sand the whole base of that. That should be that. And then we're going to apply finish to it. And just get a wee. The dust comes off, that is shocking. Right, we chased a sand and sealer. Let's just take this face shield off. Keep forgetting about it. I leaning over stuff, especially if it's the overhead camera. I keep blocking the view. So I just need to be for the Yorkshire grit. Well, it doesn't really need it. We'll give it a wee bit anyway. Just give it a wee rub. I wish I had a bit more of this. That's the only 2 bits I have. They're only wee small pieces, and right, that's that done. So all it needs is a wee paste of wax, and that's done. I'll clean the inside of that out. Now, it's not a big dish in any way. It's just a wee bush to put your change in after you come in from work and you set your keys down. And I think it came out quite nice. I'll just bring facing me. So there you are, guys. A wee Laburnum bowl, strike dish for your change. And it's a lovely piece of wood. Love turning stuff like that because you get the pattern in it. You can see that cross in it, like an X. It's like a star that way. But nice wee bowl, simple wee project. Not an awful lot turning to it. But that's that one done. So thanks guys for watching, and I do appreciate you coming to watch and take the time to watch the videos. So if you haven't already subscribed, please consider doing so, and that'll notify you when I next have a video up. And I hope everybody's well and they're doing okay, because I think a third wave of COVID is coming around. I have to go next week for my third jab. We're getting a third one along with the flu booster. So they're taking all the precautions and giving people of a certain age all the necessary things they can give them. So thanks guys for watching, and I'll say bye for now. And I'm just getting used to this Twitch portal again. See, just a button and that's it, done. Still have to set up my my intro thing yet. It get lost. What happened? I'm going to go off on one now. What a wee story, as Brendan says. I like your wee stories at the end. Not to disappoint you, Brendan. Here you go. So what happened? I had this installed a few months back, Twitch portal, and I had it all. It was all working fine. And I came out one day and turned the computer on, and this big message appeared across. We have an update. Would you like the update? Of course, I pressed yes. And with the update, I don't know what it done, but it lost everything. it was no longer uh, connected to OBS, and from that I couldn't get it to work, and that's why I had to phone Pete last night, or Pete phoned me. I had a wee chat about it, and we'll get it sorted out. And all fairness to Pete, he done a. It only took him a few seconds to work out what it was, and I've been sitting all day yesterday trying to sort it out, ready to take a hammer to the thing, and just forget about it and just go back to using the mouse on the computer to change the cameras and stuff. But this is a great wee addition. So it's right in front of me, and I can just push the button to stop the recording, and it switched my cameras and stuff. You might seen a wee live stream from me last night. It was just to be a test. I thought when I was doing the wee test, it was just for me. Nobody else would see it, but someday did see it and said it was very good, but it was only a couple of seconds. But anyway, I didn't do any sound on it. It was just more or less the picture to see if it worked, because I've been mucking around with this all day yesterday, as I said, and I got it all working. So I sat for an hour after Pete had left my phone call, and just put a couple of extra things in on it, and I didn't get really into getting the intro part done, so I may get that done today. So there you are. That's my wee story, Brendan, just to keep you happy. Sorry you weren't there on Tuesday night, by the way. You were missed. You missed the usual calamity with Ricky and Stephen, but you're in for a good time when them two are involved and demonstrating. So hopefully I see you next Tuesday night, mate. I hope you're not too bad. A couple of people saying they have really bad headaches and just feel sick and tired, and you don't know if it's COVID or not. But say it's not worth taking the risk. If you think you're poorly and might have COVID, please don't go to a meeting and give everybody else it. Stay at home until you're feeling better and then venture out. It's not fair to pass it around and everybody else, because some of the older clientele mightn't survive it, and that's what I'm saying. It's just good to be a bit thoughtful about other people, especially when you have a room full of about 40, 50 people, you know, you're sitting next to one another, and all the safety precautions have gone away. There's no masks or nothing. Just if you wish to wear masks, it's your own preference, So just be wary of that, guys. And when you're going to your clubs and stuff, uh, if you think you're not well, just don't go. So I will say bye, and hopefully it won't be so long the next time in the next video. I've just been straight into making snowmen and Christmas trees and all these things with lights in them, and it's just a production run after production run of bits and pieces, and I thought I would just take a wee time out today and make a wee bit of something that's actually a bit of turning to be finished, and I can make a video out of it. I have done the wee video on the Christmas tree with the lights in it before. If you come across my first video I ever done, going back quite a few years, I've perfected the making of the tree this time round with making it in two parts. The first time I done it, it was made in 5 different rings, and they all stacked on top of each other to make putting the lights in easier. But everybody has their own opinion on it, and I got some feedback from my local club the night I demonstrated to them and turned that Christmas tree with the lights in it. One member said he could do it in one go. I don't think he could do it in one go. You struggle to do it in two goes, and the hardest part is getting the lights into this pot. That's what I mean by two parts. I'll just bring that over. Two parts. You have the bottom half and a base, and that's the top. you know, and your wee lights go up the middle, and the battery pack goes there. So if you want to see how that's made, my video's on YouTube. Just go back a couple of years and you'll see it. Uh, at that time, I wasn't really editing anything, so it might be quite a long video. I just left everything in as it happened. So it's only recently I have started editing my videos. I've been a wee bit more able to work the software out and able to do it. So that's the end of that wee story too, Brendan. I'll say cheerio, guys. All the best. See you next time. Bye.